Greetings, and welcome to Sunday Alignment right here in Real Talk Inner Circle. Now, today, I do not want to motivate you. I want to wake something up inside of you because I believe there comes a day when enough is enough. Not because somebody rescued you, not because the narcissist finally apologized, not because justice finally showed up, but because something inside of you finally says, I can't keep living like this. That moment changes everything. And you know what's interesting? Most people think healing begins when you leave. I don't believe that. I believe healing begins the moment your excuses run out. The moment you stop saying they're just having a bad day. The moment you stop saying they've been through a lot. The moment you stop saying, if I love them harder, if I'm more patient, if I explain it one more time. No, healing begins when you stop negotiating with reality. Listen to me carefully. The trauma bond doesn't just keep you attached to a person. It keeps you attached to hope. Hope that they will change. Hope that they will finally understand. Hope they will become the person that you met in the beginning. But here is the truth. You can't build your future on someone else's potential. You have to build it on your own reality. Now, can I ask you something? How many times have you explained your pain? How many times have you defended your boundaries? How many times have you begged to be understood? Family, when you have had enough, you stop auditioning for a role in someone else's story. You begin writing your own. Here's what I know. Nobody wakes up one morning and says, I hope I lose myself today. It happens little by little. One compromise, one excuse, one broken promise, one moment where you decide keeping the peace is more important than keeping yourself. Until one day you look in the mirror and you wonder where you went. Now, let me ask you another question. What if the strongest version of you has been literally waiting for one decision? Not 10 decisions, not a perfect plan, one decision. I've had enough. Enough explaining. Enough chasing. Enough shrinking. Enough apologizing for existing. Enough waiting for permission to heal. Some people will hear those words and think that they are about anger. They're not. They're about freedom. Because I've had enough isn't revenge. It's a boundary. It's a declaration. It's the moment you stop handing someone else the steering wheel to your life. Confidence doesn't return all at once. It comes back every time you keep a promise to yourself. You say, I'm going to rest. And you rest. You say, I'm not answering that message. and you don't answer. You say, I am choosing peace. And you choose it. Every promise you keep becomes evidence. It becomes evidence that you're becoming someone that you can trust again. Now, let me tell you something. The people who benefited from your self-doubt may not celebrate your confidence. And you know what? Don't let that surprise you. People who were comfortable with the old you often struggle with the healed you. But here is the beautiful part. You don't need their permission. You don't need their applause. You don't need their approval. You need your own. Now, this week, I want you to stop asking one question. Do they understand me? I need you to replace it with this question. Am I being true to myself? Because that's where healing lives. Not in convincing everyone else, but in finally believing yourself. Maybe today you are tired. Maybe you are scared. Maybe you're wondering if you can really start over. But can I remind you of something? You have already survived things you once believed they would destroy you. That means you're stronger than your fear is telling you. If this is your moment, if today is the day you're saying, I have had enough, don't stop there. Do not stop there. Turn that decision into action. Learn. Grow. Surround yourself with people who want your healing more than your silence. Because a single decision changes your direction. But consistent action, oh Lord, that changes your life. That's one of the reasons, just one of the reasons we're gathering on September 12th for Break the Trauma Bond, Trust Yourself Again. Not because one afternoon magically fixes everything, but because sometimes the next chapter of your life begins when you finally have the tools to support the decision you have already made. If you've reached the point where you have had enough, come spend those 3 hours with us. Let's build what comes next. And you know what? I'm going to leave you with this. One day, you will look back on your life and realize there wasn't one giant moment that changed everything. There was one quiet decision, one sentence, 3 words. I've had enough. And I'm going to tell you, from that day forward, you stopped waiting. You stopped explaining. You stopped shrinking. And you started becoming. Family, may this be the week you choose yourself. Not because someone else agrees, but because you have finally decided your peace is worth protecting. Stay powerful. Break the trauma bond. Trust yourself again. Minister Robinson, founder of the Now Movement, you already know. No other way but forward.